reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
And I'm your other host, Quincy.
How you doing, Q?
I'm tired, man.
Yeah, me too. I got a bit of a headache, but gonna truck it on through, get some really good news finally out and about. Oh, god dang it, already a bot? Hey, would you look at that? Would you look at that?
That was quick.
Sniper, get
I
down!
haven't made it into the stream yet.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that. Get out of here. I've been playing a lot of free-to-play games lately, and they've been slowly, like, filling up my... Oh, we got two! Ooh, we got two! Oh, would you look at that?
Look at us. We popular. We fancy today.
Thanks for the views, guys. Double banned. Both me and Socky got them.
Starting to get as bad as all those damn phone calls I get.
I know, right? But yeah, I've been playing a lot of free-to-play games. Did you know the new EA branded skate game called Skate with a period is free to play?
And I did not know.
Yeah, I popped into it for a moment and it plays just like Skate 3. The only thing is it's very simple. You got to purchase the cosmetics in order to, get the financial stake out of it. And I was like, if they had charged $10 for this game, it's online. Everybody can mess around with the world around you. Unless you block them, then they can no longer mess with the world around you. But it's a fact of you can actually do things and build little tiny skate parks or jumps with other individuals. And I said, that's actually a really good idea. But where's the money go? Like, where nobody's buying the cosmetics. Everyone's getting all the free stuff.
See, EA learned that if they sell loot boxes, they make money. So now they're like, what if we make a free game?
That you have to earn the loot boxes.
That we find a way to loot box you.
I guess.
On the stream, the couch is empty.
Oh, I know why. I will fix that. I will fix that right now.
No, I'm assuming that they're banking on the cosmetic.
There. Okay, I didn't mean to do that, but okay, now it's full. They were banking on what?
Like most premium games, they're just banking on people buying the cosmetics and buying the things like that. I was, being shitty about the loot crate thing, but or loot box thing, but I think that's what they're banking on, is that people are gonna want to do the cosmetics. Like, and if people do, and then the game will make money, and people don't, they'll shut the servers down.
Yeah, I mean, it's already got a lot of people playing it. Going up to the highest points that they can either climb to or skate to, and then hopping off. They've added a lot of the old features from Skate 3 that you can kind of fly around, hover around, I guess, by, going spread eagle and just flying across the map, and then hopping on your board last second, and vice versa, being able to propel yourself off your skateboard and just fling yourself through a broken window of a church and land either safely or unsafely on the other side. They do have that very satisfying bone crunching noise when you hit the ground, so they at least have that going for it. But
all set to the sounds of the Peter Pan soundtrack from Disney.
Yeah, I know, right? I can fly, crunch.
You can fly.
Final Fantasy 14 has also kind of been on my list. I've been doing a lot of the gambling stuff, not much of the leveling up stuff, but it's a very nice looking game. Arena Breakout Infinite, which apparently is a mobile game, but it's like a Tarkov clone. It's fine. And lastly, I've been playing Delta Force. It just got a recent update, and a lot of cheaters are in the box. It's fine for a what do they call it? A Battlefield clone, but with actual like class weapons, it'll do. You been playing anything, Q?
I managed to get on and do like one level of Helldivers every now and then.
That's fair. Helldivers is an actual pick up and set down type of game nowadays. I need to hop back in.
Yeah, I it's one of those things that like by the time I'm finished with work and everything, I don't have time for much before I need to lay down for the night, and so I'm like, all right, well, let's do a quick mission and then bounce.
Oh,
I'm
we
just busy,
oh, I know.
work.
Hopefully there will be a little bit of time later on. But doop. Over on the good old Humble Bundle. Remedy is probably one of my favorite companies, and I would actually really appreciate to work for them if they, had a need for a writer or anything of that sort, because they just really support good writing. And they've had their 30th anniversary very recently, and so Humble Bundle has a big old bundle for them featuring Alan Wake 2 Deluxe Edition, Quantum Break, Alan Wake Remastered, and Alan Wake Collector's Edition. There is a slight difference between the two, and Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Also, a part of this is Control Ultimate Edition. I still need to beat Control, the main game, but it also comes with the two DLCs, Flow, Ebb, Awe, and the Foundation. I was like, is it Ebb and Flow? No, that doesn't sound right. And then Max Payne 1 and 2 from the good old days of John Woo style dive shooters. Do you have a favorite John Woo film?
Um, it's gonna be such an American answer. I really like Mission Impossible too.
Okay, I was actually thinking you were going to say Hard Boiled, but okay, that's a okay, that works.
Like
And
I hate that it's such an American answer because I picked one of his American films, but he did really good with it. He got to put the doves in. I liked it.
it's a good movie. It had a good soundtrack. It was just good across the board.
That scene where they tackle each other off the motorcycles is so dumb yet so awesome at the same time.
Have you seen the latest of the Mission Impossibles?
No, I had watched all of them to be able to go see that one in theaters, and then I had sat down and watched all of them on one of the streaming services to prep myself, and then I was just too busy and I didn't get to go see the final one.
Oh, okay. I still also need to see the final one, but I as well am as caught up. But the last of their games is one of the very interesting cult classics, I'll call it. Called Death Rally, and it was originally a PlayStation 1 game that got kind of nudged up into current age, and it has aged steeply, kind of like an interesting white wine. Those aren't really supposed to age like that, but it's not bad. It's fun. All of this for $27, which getting Alan Wake 2 for $27 on its own is a great deal, but getting all of it for $27 even better. And it helps save the children. Save the Children believes every child deserves a future in 120 countries around the world. They work every day to give children a healthy start in life, the opportunity to learn in school, and protection from harm.
And since these are Remedy games, remember they're all connected somehow. Well,
That's
actually,
right. They have
no, yeah.
their nuances, their
The only
hints.
ones that aren't connected is Death Rally, Crossfire, and Max Payne are not within the connected universe, at least not yet.
I can see Max Payne
Um,
being connected to Control.
so Control has a DLC that directly connects it to Alan Wake. Quantum Break technically is officially not because of IP ownership, but if you pay attention, there are connections.
One of the books on a coffee table or something is written by Alan Wake.
When you're early going through things in the college, one of the lecture rooms you walk into has a whole debate on the chalkboard about the Alan Wake universe.
Okay, or is that also okay?
Yeah, so
I would like to see them all finally connected into the homogenous Remedy game verse. But dude, that's what I'm just gonna briefly go over. The Lone Survivor bundle featuring games like Conan Exiles if you have a whole bunch of friends and want to play Ark, but without the dinosaur portion of it, and a little bit of mysticism. Chernobylite if you want to play Stalker with friends, but also kind of lose yourself. Forager, a nice little cozier version of Survivor clone. Duckside if you want to play PUBG, but with ducks. Star Sand, I watched the trailer and honestly, I couldn't tell you if it was an Arc clone or a Rust clone, but it definitely feels very vast, very open, very empty. There's some
Hmm.
cool landmarks that you kind of notice in there. Uh, Breath Edge. I'm not sure how to really pronounce that, but I played a little bit of this on Game Pass. It was fine for a nice little survival, fix it up kind of thing. Above Snakes, a isometric RPG where you kind of craft an area. It gave me very much what's that zombie one? Um, the first State of Decay game. But there's another one that it reminds me of.
7 Days to Die.
Close. Uh, fucking. I'm just gonna look at my Steam library and hope that it's there. I can't find it. Of course, my library would be fucking irreprehensibly fucking shuffled. But in short, yes, it did give me vibes of another game. Force of Nature 2 Ghost Keeper. I never even saw the first Force of Nature, but
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
watching the trailer, it looked once again very the zombie-ish, but with a bit more craftability. It seemed like they also had a little bit of action RPG elements where you can switch between weapons on the fly, do like Diablo style combat. I was like, okay, fine. And something at the bottom of this list, and it bothers me that I got at the bottom of the list, State of Decay 2 Juggernaut Edition. This one did not deserve to be at the bottom of the list, but I liked State of Decay. For the brief time I did play it with you guys, I enjoyed it a lot.
I do like two more than one, but when it comes down to it, both of them still like lacked one thing that I really wanted that they had like kind of suggest they were bringing up into, and they did, but it still wasn't enough. And so with the possibilities of three, I'm interested. And that's like really the base building. Like the base building is such a big component of both games that
It, it gave a hint of
it
it in 2.
it needs more because like even at your biggest base in two, there's still a lot I would like to do at it that I can't do.
Yes, and Socky says in chat, Project Zomboid. Yes, Project Zomboid was the one I was thinking of. Thank you. Um, I mean, it had as I said, a hint of base building where you can level up little bits of your base.
Yeah, you've got the different plugins and whatnot, and you have to make the choice of what things you want, and like you can, you need to build a thing to produce food, you need to build a thing to produce medication, ammo, so you need to build more defense, and so on and so forth. But I don't know, it wasn't nearly as detailed as I had hoped.
You wanted more thorough actual building.
Yeah, I also kind of wanted that from the cars. I want to be able to do more customization on the vehicles and make better zombie mowing down machines.
Gotcha. And $12 gets you all 9 of these items, which is not a bad deal. And it helps out Team Rubicon. Team Rubicon is one that I see all over the place, and Team Rubicon is a veteran-led humanitarian organization that serves global communities before, during, and after crises, and disasters. They pair military experience with compassionate actions to meet critical needs and help people recover. By uniting civilians, veterans, and first responders in service, Team Rubicon delivers aid where it's needed most.
I feel like this is one we've seen on here a few times.
Yeah, I believe last Humble Bundle Monthly also had it. Like they definitely push this one a lot more now, and I'm happy about it. There's also a couple really interesting book bundles and a not safe for work comic bundle if you want to go and check it out on the good old humblebundle.com.
What? You don't hear me typing? What are you talking about?
I don't. Sony just had a big old state of play today, and I was going in very okay. What now? Oh boy, this one was actually adequate. It started off kind of slow, showing off Dynasty Warriors 3 remastered, Soros, this game over here, where it looked very shooter bullet hell game. And I was just like, okay, on to the next. Then it showed a little bit of Code Vein 2, and I was like, okay. And they gave a release date of January 30th, 2026, I believe. And then Crimson Desert, fall of 2026. I said, all right, cool. Some new games such as Chrono Script and Let It Die Inferno made a bit of a head pop. Personally, I did you know anything about Let It Die?
No.
Okay. Take a game where it is
Okay.
extraction shooter, but with Dark Souls elements. You are basically only using melee. You hop in, you beat up some creatures, get quote unquote souls, I guess, whatever currency they drop. And another player comes in, beats you up, and takes it. Now, obviously, you're
Okay.
going to be a little disheartened. For the beginning of Let It Die, before they went full free to play, they said, hey, you have to spend $5 to play now or wait 2 hours.
Um, I,
That was the
I'm just not gonna play your
original.
game.
That was the original Let It Die. Let It Die was very awkwardly marketed as a Dark Souls clone, but with
Was the
like
name
force.
actually they were saying about their game?
I know,
They were just like,
right?
"Let it die."
However, when they showcased Let It Die Inferno, it looked a lot better. It had the same elements, but at the same time, they like upped the playability, it seems, and also are making it a lot more bendable. And the skills looked cool. The enemies looked really fucking cool. I recommend looking at them. However, they are very grotesque, and I don't know if safe for Twitch until availability of the Twitch streaming. Uh, but then we got into the latter half. They showed Zero Parades, the new Zaum game by the guys who did Disco Elysium. They did a Halloween explanation, a little tiny snippet of gameplay for Halloween. Showed Mike Myers actually just like fucking
Michael
ghost
Myers.
walk. Michael Myers. Oh, did I say
Mike
that?
Myers is the comedian.
Oh, fair enough. Um, but he did like this weird ghost walking, and I was like, okay, I got to give them a little bit of a push. They
Just like
actually
throwing down the thriller. What do you mean by ghost walking?
like turning into a specter and just kind of whooshing through things.
Oh, like they're like they're doing the Friday the 13th thing to kind of cover how he covers like massive amounts of ground so quickly.
Yeah, yeah. And they showed a little bit of how the survivors can fight back with a bat to the gut or a bullet to the head. But ultimately, Michael Myers cannot be stopped. Like, he'll do his Undertaker sit up pose and get back up and continue chasing.
Which, I mean, honestly, I would shit myself if that happened.
Yeah. Um, they showed Deus Ex Remastered, which we kind of knew was coming down the pipeline. For those who don't know, Deus Ex is probably one of the best of the Western RPG games before Fallout came out, and having the new Deus Exes doesn't even compare to how this one used to be. Like, you wanted choices matter, you wanted a good sci-fi story. Go and play the original Deus Ex, or if you want to trudge through the weirdness of it, uh, Invisible War, which is the sequel. They showed off Nioh 3, which was very comparable. I like the first Nioh was a British guy hops into a boat as a stowaway, gets thrown against a prison wall, and then kind of gets blamed for a death of a shogun, and then you have to fight through things. The second game says, okay, well, the shogun thing I guess happened, but like we're just gonna kind of ignore all that. Also, there's onis that are taking over people. And then Nioh 3 kind of goes all in and says, we're going to have a war of all these kingdoms, shoguns, onis, just throw it all in. And I won't lie, watching that trailer really confused me. Um Final Fantasy Tactics did a little bit of a hey, we hope you really enjoy our game that we spent a lot of time on. Not a lot of people wishlisted it or pre-ordered it because that's what I'm going to guess out of it. Um and Mega Man and Proto Man are now in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It seems that Sega really wants to shovel out a
They'll
lot
do
of
anything but
money.
make a new. They'll do anything but make a new Mega Man game.
I know, right? When I saw him, I was like, "Oh, hey, is Zero going to be a pro?" No, they chose Proto Man. They chose Proto Man. Okay, so it wasn't a bad stretch, but when the finale came up, when the last little bit popped up, I heard the voice and I was like, that voice actor sounds familiar, but I don't know what this is going to be. And then the whole trailer played out. I can't play a single thing of that trailer. That is blood and guts flying all over the place. Wolverine, baby. I, I have nothing to say in a negative light.
It just
Insomniac
sucks
knows
that
how
this
to.
game is going to cost almost $800.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you want that PS5 Pro and the game, I'm hoping they do a limited edition console for this.
Oh, I'm sure they will. They did it for the
Spidey.
Spider-Man games. I
Yeah,
don't see why
yeah.
they wouldn't do it with this.
If you
Which I
if
mean,
you
a bright yellow PlayStation would be kind of sick.
a bright yellow with like little brown accents and like metal bits and bobs like scar. Oh, that'd be nice. I want to see some concepts, and I would love to just play this game. But alas, all we know is it's going to be for the PS5. We have no real confirmation that it's going to be dropped on PC. But if it's going to be anything like Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, we may see it later on in the years, but probably not
Yeah,
for
it's
a
just
year
that
from now.
takes a bit. The game's definitely no longer new by the time they do that.
Right. They gave us a very rough date of fall 2026, which I said that's not too bad. I thought this was going to be another like 2027 fucking Hail Mary, throw the football and hope someone's down there type of thing.
Well, they did announce this game quite some time ago
They
originally.
they did, but I thought it was going to be another one of those Silk Song things where we don't hear hide nor hair, but if we did hear anything, it was still going to be a distance away. But that's just me being angry at Sony and what Sony do. Sony's
I'm
been
always angry at Sony. That's my secret, Cap.
I'm always angry. Just like Wolverine, I'm always angry. Um, but I would definitely lean toward getting a PS5 for this game. Like the only downside is it costs fucking $630 now to
Like,
purchase a PS5
I don't
because
want to
of
sell an organ
oh,
to play one game, you know?
that. Yeah, good news. It's just your gallbladder. You don't need it.
Yeah, I don't need it. Nobody's buying gallbladders. I'm going to sell one of the kidneys, and we both know only one of them works right.
Yeah, yeah. And well, you'd be able to buy two PS5s with the price of a kidney.
No, because I still have to get the game, and I'm going to want the themed controller.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. I'm curious to see the because
Dude, every now and then I will see the Spider-Man controller pop up because I didn't get the chance to get the Spider-Man console for the PlayStation 4. I had bought the Nathan Drake not knowing they were going to do the Spider-Man console. I bought the Nathan Drake edition. And every now and then that controller will pop up online, just the controller, and I'm like, don't do it. Don't buy it. I don't need to spend that much money on a fucking controller for a console I barely play.
but you want it.
But I want it because it is a beautiful controller. That Spider-Man PlayStation 4 controller was gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm excited.
The one
I'm
for the
excited.
5 wasn't bad.
Do you know how long ago God of War came out?
20 years ago.
Ah, how dare you? Yeah, it was 20 years ago. To
Dude, that was a
celebrate.
fucking guess.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And to celebrate the 20th anniversary, they released a PS5 limited edition DualSense wireless controller. That looks pretty good. I like it. It's pure white with the Kratos old marking down his eye type thing. And I was like, okay, I can get kind of down with that. I
It's an
would
alright
have
controller.
Yeah, I would have preferred a little bit more detail if I'm going to be spending a lot of money for a limited edition controller than just a red stripe. But that's just me being very finicky. I would still purchase this controller if I had played any of the new God of Wars.
Like, I still feel like PlayStation is just leaving money on the fucking table with not getting into the changeable fins for their console. The
Or
way
the
like
faceplates.
the off. That's what I meant. Yeah, the faceplates. Um, like the way like these off brands that they keep suing are. And now you've got people doing like the sticker covers for the controllers and whatnot too, where I'm like, guys, y'all could be making some serious money. And then you do this, and it's like, it's not a bad controller, but you know it's a fucking, $70, $80 controller.
Oh, probably 80, yeah. Because it's limited edition. Someone tells me they're going to have numbered from, like, I think 10,000 units or some dumb bullshit. They also announced a set of Bluetooth wireless speakers that are cool. They're a pair of two, easy charge. You can pick them up and move them. And it has a little dongle that has a USB-C plug-in that just automatically work as soon as you plug them in to get fucking Dolby Atmos and surround sound 5.1. Hooray! You did it.
Do you remember?
Without a soundbar.
Do you remember when buying speakers for your computer was a big deal, and like everyone at one point everyone had the same ugly ass one, but there was like that concept of like getting speakers. You going straight for the fucking ones, dude. Um, no, so like it was always that concept of like, I gotta have like good speakers for my computer that I'm at the time not doing anything on worth having speakers for.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong, I love listening to music, and I would like to, I have my little tiny mini speaker, but I would need a reason to spend the money to get these Pulse Elevate wireless speakers. Now, don't get me wrong, they did the right thing. They did the right thing by showing off the games that would best work with this, such as Horizon Zero Dawn and Helldivers, and them being able to leaning the speakers back causes them to get noise rejection. And I'm like, noise rejection? What do you mean? They have a microphone in it so you can yell at them. And I said, huh, that is very interesting.
What am I yelling at them?
Apparently you can use it as your headphone mic.
Wait, I had to plug that big ass ugly dongle in?
Yeah, no. It works with Bluetooth 3.1, 3
Okay.
something. But it uses Bluetooth, but if you have a USB-C, it gets more better latency. The other tiny little...
I've never noticed any severe latency on my Bluetooth for my soundbar and sub.
Yeah, me neither. On my little fucking Bluetooth speaker that I poke right here, it does fine.
That's the thing. I don't even have like a Bluetooth speaker I use for anything. Like if I'm gonna listen to music, I hate to claim that I do these things, but I did buy the Amazon Echo Pop, I think it's called, or something like that, a few years back for the kitchen, and like the concept on that one was to play music a little bit better. I just wanted it. The main reason I bought it was $20.
That's not a bad deal for
yeah, like it was on sale. I got it dirt cheap. I was able to put an Echo in the kitchen so I could set timers and get recipe stuff, things like that. But then it plays music, and then in my living room, I've got the soundbar and the sub. So, like, and I don't know, like, and that's that's optical to my TV. I can Bluetooth it to devices if I want to. I don't see me going and buying two little Bluetooth speakers. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
fair.
if I'm gonna play music, it's probably gonna be on, like, if I want to like play music well, it's probably gonna be on those, because I mean the TV's got all the different music apps. I can do YouTube, I can do Spotify, I can do Apple, I can do SiriusXM. If you go through and build up your library through Plex or something like that, you can do all your music that way. And then I've got my record player that can plug directly into it too.
Okay, same here. But
so I don't know. They're also a little goofy looking.
They are very goofy looking, and you tilt them back to gain extra verbiage, I think is what they're saying for their selling point. However, one of their other selling points is PlayStation Portal remote player applicable, meaning you already have to attach your PlayStation Portal to the PlayStation Portal, and then on top of that, you can attach these speakers to the PlayStation Portal. Nobody's buying the PlayStation Portal, Sony.
What were the sale numbers on that?
I don't even want to know. But having it be PC Mac compatible, extra low latency lossless audio through the dongle is spectacular. I can actually really appreciate that. Seamless switching between PC and Mac and the PlayStation 5 console, so whichever
Well,
one you have.
I hate to tell you, people are buying it.
How many? How many units?
According to this, it sold 2 million units globally in late 2024
Bullshit.
with a 3% attach rate among PlayStation 5 owners. It was a top seller for accessories in dollar sales in the US for 2024 and remains a popular and successful product for Sony despite its niche function.
That's fucking stupid.
So yeah, they're saying only around 3% of PlayStation 5 owners own it though. So like what are these people who bought it doing with it?
Probably hacking it and putting it up to cloud services.
I guess.
That's what I don't know. Either that or using it as just a controller. Because I've seen the PlayStation Portal go for $75, and I'm like, okay, but what can you do with it aside from attach it to a PS5? If you can attach it to a PC and have it game through that, have a game as like going through this screen instead, I can see the appeal. Because then, if I want to play, let's say I have Silksong on my PC, but I don't want to sit here and sit in this chair. I want to go lay down. I could see that being a powerful tool in my arsenal by
But that's
playing
the
it
thing,
on
the
there.
PlayStation Portal remote player for PlayStation 5 console. The whole thing is it's a fucking ugly PlayStation controller with a screen in the center of it. So that you can play your PlayStation 5 games in your hands. Like I don't understand why they're claiming 2 million sales or whatever that, or 4 million sales, whatever the fucking number was, but only 3% of PlayStation owners have connected it. Like, what do they? The whole point is to connect it.
I have no
Play your
clue.
game. Play your game collection. PlayStation Portal Remote Player can play compatible games you have installed on your PlayStation 5 console, including your favorite games from PlayStation 5 and 4. So it doesn't play everything.
No, that's correct.
Experience breathtaking immersion with DualSense wireless controller features. Beautiful 8-inch LCD screen, 60 frames per second, capable at 1080p resolution.
Thanks.
Get gaming fast. PlayStation Portable Remote Player is a purpose-built device dedicated to delivering an incredible remote play experience. That means you can turn it on, press a button, and connect to your PlayStation 5 console and get right to playing with remarkable speed. What?
I missed this little tidbit. Simultaneous Bluetooth and PlayStation Link connectivity, so you can answer phone calls while still gaming, and your speakers then act as your phone, your Bluetooth headset. So to
Man,
speak.
if I were to call you, you would throw your phone across the room.
That is correct. I do not like answering the phone.
No
That
TV
is
needed to
wild.
play and no living room required. Since PlayStation Portable Remote Play lets you stream games over your home Wi-Fi, you can play your PlayStation 5 console even when someone connect to it. Simply turn on the PlayStation Portable to Remote Play. That's the thing. You have to be on the same Wi-Fi. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
how is it they're claiming only 3% of players have connect, or 3% of people, or 3% of PlayStation 5 players have bought this and connected it to it? Like, that's really weird. Like, what are people doing?
I still think there's a jailbreak program that we're just not aware
It's
of.
got to be, right? They're sitting there going, "This is $200. I can jailbreak it and use it as a Steam Deck or something." I don't know.
As said, I've seen it as low as $75 on like Facebook Market, brand new, brand spanking new, unopened box, and I'm like, huh, they're selling it for $75. That sounds like a really good deal. And then I'm like, but why so low? Why would you take the hit on this? I'm not gonna be purchasing it, but
their Plus Explore wireless earbuds are ugly too.
oh yeah, they're dinner plates.
Or Pulse, sorry, Pulse, not Plus. What'd you say?
They're like little dinner plates. Or
I don't know what to call these.
I think they're the dinner plates, or is that the Microsoft ones that I'm thinking of? Hang on, I'm googling. You said the Pulse earbuds?
Yeah, they're new headsets.
That's not the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, look at the Pulse Elite wireless headset also.
Pulse
because that thing's fucking
Elite head. Oh yeah, that one I've seen.
Who is in charge of like designing all the stuff at Sony right now? The PlayStation 5 is ugly. The earbuds are ugly. the headset's ugly. The speakers are kind of ugly. And don't get me wrong, the Xbox is, a giant fucking mini fridge. Like, I don't know. They need to hire better design people.
Earbuds. Yeah, the Microsoft Surface Pros. They look like little plates, little ceramic plates that you put in your ears. Yeah. Ugh. There are a couple other headphones that have unique stylings. I'm happy with my little wraparounds that I got for super cheap, but I don't know about all this. Another thing that was in the state of play, Gran Turismo 7 had an announcement after almost a year of no updates on this game. Official Spec 3 is getting a full update, which gives 2 new maps, 8 new vehicles, and a better running dyno. And I said, holy shit, if I had...
Real quick, I just looked up the Surface Pro earbuds you were talking about. It looks like you're putting one of those fucking pop sockets for your cell phone in your ear.
Right?
What the fuck? Who comes up with this shit?
Microsoft. But back over to the Spec 3, a better dyno. I would have loved this back in the Gran Turismo 4 days on the PS2 when the dynos were a little wonky and so on and so forth. Yeah, I would have loved to have all these graphs and actual mode changes, being able to get better lines if you have better racing coordination. Reminder, there was a movie that Sony helped produce built on Gran Turismo that was a true story of a kid who is just doing nothing but video game racing turned into a real racer. He is currently, I think, in Le Mans right now doing his thing. But they are also going to be doing weekly challenges and other for the upcoming Spec 3 that is going to be in December. It's either November or December. But good job. Good job, Gran Turismo. You've successfully sold 100 million units across your entire series. And that was it
That's
for
insane.
these. Yeah. And that was it for the state of play. Now it's time to get into the weird stuff. So I think Pocket Pair, the guys behind Power World, are wanting to continuously double down on the fact that Nintendo really fucking hates them and have released a cozy game that is very reminiscent of both Harvest Moon and Pokemon, kind of in a interesting collaboration. Now they already have all of the generational tools. They already have all the PALs in their 3D states. All they're doing is just adding more features and making PAL Farm a really interesting, really interesting. I'll get to that in a sec. I don't.
You okay?
Well, when you see it pop up on chat.
No, I see it.
Why do we need to have a Russian roulette game in our cozy farm sim?
Why does he look like he belongs in Majora's Mask?
He does look a little Happy Mask Salesman. He does definitely give that aura, that vibe. But when he aims the gun at himself, and I'm like, I want to know the reason why we're adding this into our cozy farm sim, but at the same time, it looks
Our World and their whole thing is boom boom sticks.
I guess, but I hope that we don't have to deal with them in our cozy farm sim. Looks like there's going to be marriages and weddings and all that, and I'm like, okay, cool. Farming and fishing and being able to actually get
stretch.
Oh, copy. And being able to, pull wool from your sheep animal and sell it for material. I'm like, okay, that's perfect. Don't fuck with it. Don't add more crazy shit to it. Here's to hoping we get some more gameplay a little bit later on, but getting 2 minutes of, engine actual somewhat gameplay. Ooh, pardon me. Does not look bad. Man, this water's very bubbly for being uncarbonated.
Why is it spicy?
Why is the water spicy? But it's time to stay in the realm of weird. Do you know what's even more weird than Pocket Pair and Power World? I'll give you a clue. He's one of my favorite directors.
Movie director or video game director?
Oh, video game director. I'm sorry.
Kojima.
It is Kojima. Hideo Kojima pulled out of nowhere a 3-minute long trailer. And we've heard about OD before. We got hints and pieces of kind of like a scrapbook of a video that didn't really explain much. So OD is the name of the series, and Knock is the name of the first episode. So it is OD Knock, and it ran through an in-engine trailer. And I gotta say, this game looks fantastic. His engine crafting skills is right up there. It is fan-fucking-tastic. It is id Tech levels of making shit look really fucking good and hiding all the guff that you just shouldn't be seeing. Fantastic. It is a creepy trailer, so be prepared for a little bit of creep factor if you happen to hop into this trailer, but fantastic. Like, even the wood tiling on the floor, each has their own individual tiling. When they make it over to the candles, each of the candles have like this very interesting like wick that is burning indescribably different. And I've loved the texture work. Fantastic. Very curious on what the game is going to be truly about. However, the only thing that we have is it is going to be very similar to a storytelling game like Until Dawn. So we're going to be
It's
getting
about lighting candles, man. I'm telling you.
It is very much light the candles and get weirded out by the handman and burn your fingers, I guess. A lot of big name actors in this as well. Sophia Lillis, Udo Kier, and Hunter Schafer. Schafer? I feel like I believe it's Schafer. I believe it's Schafer. I mispronounced on the first one.
I think Shafir would need an accent mark.
An accent mark? Okay. But
I don't know, man. I can barely say my own name.
Fair enough. I barely have an English degree. Unreal Engine is going to be helping base this. It is also using the MetaHuman push, which is like supposed to handle fire in a very interesting way. I am very curious to see more from this trailer. Well, more from the game, I guess. Hopefully an in-engine with a little bit of gameplay. I would like to see some gameplay. But something that we got some gameplay on that I'm not really excited for. NetEase pushed out a interesting 10-minute long extended gameplay trailer for Ananta, Ananta.
You mean Spider-Man?
I mean, they are stealing a lot of different assets and a lot of different ideas. So
I would never say the word steal. I would say heavily influenced, and then maybe lawyers get involved.
It definitely looks like a symbiotic form coming off of this guy's arm that is very reminiscent of Venom.
Yeah, no, it very much feels like they stole the shit.
Yeah, they stole the shit. But in the extended gameplay trailer, they don't show any of the web swinging. They do show more of the car driving and the open world aspect because this is a big open world. You see a lot of really cool graffiti doing actions and like maneuverability. Like NetEase often pulls a lot of really good artists to do good art. NetEase doesn't really take a lot of the shortcuts to do the AI generation or the false generation that is slowly becoming the norm for other games. I will say the game does look good, albeit unfinished. It is going to be set for mobile and Steam release in the near future. You can pre-register now, but be aware they are definitely stealing a lot of ideas.
Again, I feel like we shouldn't say stealing. I feel like we're we're towing a line that's going to get us in trouble.
That's fair. You're right. You're right. Heavily influenced to the point of not really changing too much. It looked like he was doing all of the.
It looked like a.
You know I'm not wrong.
I saw it. You saw it. Other people are going to see it.
Okay.
People that can afford lawyers say it.
You're right. Heavily influenced gameplay. Go and look up Ananta Cityscape, I think is what that trailer was called, or look up like Ananta Spider-Man, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna get exactly what we're talking about. However, as I said, the game looks good. The gunplay looks fine. I might check it out if it remains free to play. It looks like the characters are going to be what you're going to be quote unquote rolling for. So that's going to be the cost is going to be a gotcha game. But to be able to have an open world style game where you're fighting like Maelstrom style Mad Max vehicle drive. It was a very interesting 10-minute long trailer. It didn't exactly do anything wrong, but it felt very scripted. Um, it felt GTA ish. I would like to see more from this game. If it isn't, I would like to see more original ideas from this game.
Like there is a level of originality. It's
Yeah,
not all questionable. That's the term I'm going to go with.
okay. I will agree with that. I will concur 100% with that. But yeah, it does have some Mad Max-ish style individuals chasing you, and you have to defeat them. They are like robot clones of some sort. They do have a bit of story there that I caught at the
Oh, you were the
beginning.
robot.
I, I don't know what you are. You're a part of like an agency that's closing down. That's all I got from the opening of this trailer. Um,
It
but
does feel a
there's
little mobile.
Yeah, it definitely has that hangnail, but then later on, when he's on the back of the vehicle, and then he does a very interesting swoop against a rocker style villain, I was like, okay, this is neat. It's cool, but it's stuff I've either seen before or things that I feel like
He
this
turned that
wouldn't.
man into a Beyblade.
He did. He sure did. And he also is not afraid to use a hand grenade to blow up a vehicle, which is not very Spider-Man-ish. So there's your uniquity, I guess.
There you go. Yeah, that's the difference. It's Snyder's Batman instead.
Speaking of which, the new Superman just dropped on Max. I might watch that later,
No,
either
did it?
today or tomorrow. I have a bit of a headache
I
today
meant to
because I
go
wasn't
back and
feeling
see
well.
it the second time in theaters, and I just never got the chance to.
Yeah. Well, now if you want to, it's on Max. If you want to go check this out, Ananta, Ananta, go. It's fine. Uh, Another thing from IGN that popped out very quickly after the State of Play, the Indie Fan Fest, where it showed off about maybe 20 games from the indie devs. A lot of very interesting ones, such as a game where you have a hand and you're using that like a gun to go through arena shooters with a bit of roguelite elements. I kind of like its art style, and it's called Psycho Finger, and they sell this very raunchy, like by using keywords such as finger blasting and yeah, okay. I figured that would get you, but I would continue on. But there is a lot of very interesting indie games, such as a climbing game that we've talked about before. They just basically have been pushing up more and more of their games. A puzzle game that I'm very interested in, called Gunny Ascend, which is Tetris but with platforming. And I was like, okay. And apparently they've done some collaborations with other indie developers, so that way you can have the Milkman from Don't Open the Door and the Among Us imposter. There's a couple others that are a part of this. I like seeing indie devs do a lot of collaborating.
That is always fun, yeah.
There he is. There's the imposter. Uh, but yeah, go and check out the Indie Fan Fest. It's an hour full of just a bunch of game trailers and very interesting talkabouts, because there's a lot of people who poured their heart and soul into a lot of these games. There's one that's a very interesting tactics fighter that's late in the thing. If you want to check that one out. Ba-doop. Over to games that I really, really like that I'm glad are still getting support. Monster Hunter Wilds gets the free title update 3 with the Final Fantasy XIV collaboration that has been in the talks forever. September 29th. Yes, yes. We get a Chocobo skin for our Palico, our secret. We get the Black Knight garb from Final Fantasy III. If we do the Omega Planetes fucking missions, we get the Pictomancy, that's what it's called, where you draw things and they come to life and do damage. We get better
I've seen that episode of the X-Files.
yeah, we get a whole lot of really cool stuff with this collaboration. But over on the Final Fantasy XIV side of things, they're going to be getting the old Rathalos raid that was from World. They're getting a secret creature that will drop on September 29th. We have no word on that one yet, but I may make a mumble about it. Back over on the Monster Hunter side of things, we get a Marlboro and a Kakatar dress up for our Palico. There is a few other weapon changes that are going to be popping up with this main title update. Hammer's getting yet another buff, which I was like, I don't need a buff. I'm strong. Why are you buffing me? But okay. October 22nd, we get a 9-star arch-tempered new Udra. I hate new Udra, and making them harder is not gonna be... I worry about that update. And then October 22nd, that same day, we are getting the Festival of Chord Dreamspell, also known as the Halloween update. Already from the screenshots I have seen on the Dreamspell, I am very excited for that costume. And then in December, they hinted at the title update where we get Gogmazios, a drooling magma dragon that I don't think we've seen since Try, I think. And of course,
I was gonna say since we ate that Pocky chip.
Oh yeah, no, that Pocky chip. Yeah, you're right. That was the last time we saw it. God dang, mouth the stomach type shit. And then of course the Christmas event and expanded endgame content where they're gonna probably turn up a couple other creatures onto hard mode and be very, very difficult. And they say various improvements, so hopefully more will be given later. But I am very happy that Capcom has not dumped Monster Hunter Wilds on its ass. I am very happy they're still updating this game. And that is it for all my gaming news. Anything else from you, Q?
I don't think so.
Alrighty, then it's time to get into the shoe news. Going back over to Marvel, Bape, STA, and the Fantastic Four make 5 really good-looking collaborative shoes. Out of these 5, which one do you think you would get out of the 5?
The red ones.
Which ones?
The red ones.
The red ones? The good old Johnny Storms?
Yeah, I mean, just because they're red. I mean, the hell I currently have are red.
That's fair. I would probably, honestly, I would do the hot bubblegum pink with the blue trim, the Galactus. Oh, yeah. Maybe Doom. I do like me some Doom. But further down, they have the imagery of these characters. Oh! It's not it's not for Galactus, it's for fucking Silver Surfer. I guess because he heralds them.
The herald.
Yeah. Okay. And then further down you got Sue Storm and Mr. Fantastic, and then further down you got the Thing. Well, he now has the nickname The Thong from his summer skin in Marvel Rivals, so and then the Doom pointing off. And then the Doom pointing off. And the Silver Surfer one is Nerds colored. Yeah, I guess it is Nerds candy colored. But overall, these shoes look fantastic. Do we have a price tag? I don't believe I saw a price tag yet. I'm going to do a quick gloss. September 27th. Burns Global Arms have verified receiving stock as well. Bummer. So nothing as of yet. I'll try and keep you informed if I happen to see it later on.
They look very plasticky.
They do, but they also give me very much old school Skechers, where the old school Skechers just had that like plasticky look, like the rubber on the front type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Over on the weird side of things, these Dunk Lows are not $1.50, but they do showcase a price tag of $1.50. What I mean is, they're Kirkland signature branded skateboarding shoes. To go even further on that, sure, they're a plain gray, but on the inside of the shoe, they look like they are sold at Costco. It's bizarre. I really like them. They are very neat.
Don't
But
forget about the hot dog.
the hot dog, the $1.50 hot dog tag, the $135 tag with the sizes 4 through 12, 13, 14, and 15, and it says very reminiscent of a Costco price tag. Uh, they worked hard on this collaboration, but the gray is a bit odd. Like it's pure gray, front to back, but it has the embossed swoosh, and it looks like it's wrapped in this very interesting. I want to call it carpet, but I know that's not like a cotton T-shirt,
Yeah, there you go.
like a cozy fabric. Very interesting, but I believe it's $135 as marked off in the actuality of it. Oh, a release is expected holiday 2025 of $130, although the tag behind the tongue mentions 135, which aligns for the pricing for Nike's skateboarding special edition product. It's unclear if these will be sold at Costco locations, but it's better to sign up for a membership just in case. And I like Sam's Club a little bit more, personally.
Well, Sam's Club's owned by Walmart, so there's problems within that. I like Costco. I've got my Costco membership. I hear the chicken bake's great. I've never tried it.
I have also never tried it.
My uncle swears by it, but he says don't buy the ones that are frozen you take home and make. He's like, you gotta buy them fresh there. They're not the same when you make them at home.
Really? Huh. I thought it would just
So he says, hey, the man's a retired chef, so I'm not gonna.
Fair enough, fair enough. And of course, it wouldn't be an Ugly Mugs podcast without Crocs. They're now giving them to internet personalities, which means Quincy, you can have your own Croc.
Me being an internet personality is fucking hilarious.
Am I wrong?
I mean, technically, I make no money from this.
we
I am in the red.
We pull what you guys give on the twitch.tv /
it covers the servers.
Yes.
It covers the servers. I appreciate everything you guys give.
And if I put it on, also check out our throne. It's down in the description as well.
I still don't know what that is.
So what it is I basically put to the throne my address, and like it goes through Amazon. So if someone purchases it through Amazon, we would receive the product safely and securely. So it's basically a gift giving service.
Where is that? I don't see that here.
Did I get rid of it? Hang on.
Is it supposed to be on the stream, or is it supposed to be on the?
It's supposed to be on the bottom with the little like the rules and all that I had.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Okay, I will fix that later. But when I fix it, go and check out throne.com. You can it's a wish list, so to speak, and you can basically wish list anything between like AirPod Maxes, Stream Decks, things to actually help the podcast. If your computer broke down, you could throw an inexpensive computer in there. They work off of Amazon and use the commission base from Throne, so that way it kind of self-circulates the website. It's fine. It's good to make sure that if you want to support a streamer and you're like, oh man, your mic sucks, here's a brand new fucking microphone, that kind of thing. Yeah. But back over to the Crocs that you called disgusting. Kai Cenat, an internet personality that's been doing relatively well, has his well embossed gold logo as Gibbet, the Mafiathon, where he reaches new new levels of how many subs he's gotten, and he recently went through the Mafiathon 3, and so I guess he's celebrating that on these Crocs. They're a nice red, honestly, but yeah, no, they're, as you have mentioned, they're Crocs. They're not your favorite in the world. They will be $70 on Crocs.com. But sticking with the Crocs, Halloween's right around the corner, and they kind of nudge forward the fact that you can get It Chapter 2 Classic Crocs Friday the 13th classics, Chucky classics, Nightmare Before Christmas ones with the Jack and Sally gibbets. Indeed, cat, indeed.
Exactly. The cat even says no.
Yeah, that's fair. But however, the really cool looking Ghostbusters ones are also here. You can get headlights in case you want to walk down the street and have headlights on your gibbets.
How about that middle finger right there?
Ah, I didn't see it at first. But then further down, you got really cool Joker ones that I've never talked about. I actually really like the gibbets on these ones. I think you're like at least like the gibbets, but
The gibbets are cool.
not the shoe.
No.
No. Okay. Heading over to the other side of fandom things, Fangamer does a lot of collaborating with indie games and want to make sure that there's merchandise available to give, including vinyl soundtracks and whatnot. And to celebrate Slime Rancher 2 making its 1.0 and getting credits to the finale of the game, they've released a few products such as the Slime Rancher 2 vinyl soundtrack, and even hinted at the restock of the first one. We've talked about the squishy slimes before, but you can now build a bundle of them and save some money, and even purchase a physical Switch copy version of the game through Fangamer. And I like that cover. That's a cute little cover. But this isn't the
That is
only
cute.
game. This isn't the only game they've helped out with. They've also helped out Silksong get some merchandise, which I honestly I really like. And they even said we're going to be getting some more, so you can sign up for a mailing list. And a bit of a conversation I had beforehand. I said if they did a collector's edition, I think people are going to buy that. And you said, well, why would people buy the game twice? And I said,
That's not what I said. I said there's no one left to sell the game to.
that's correct. Okay, correct. And I was like, well, people will buy it a second time. There are so many people who will buy a collector's edition of a game if it has that extra oomph to it, that extra little gimme to it. I would buy this for the frickin' Hollow Knight little pocket watch thing that this has. Like, it looks really cool. But they also have like a nice little Cozy Critters throw blanket showcasing all the creatures of Hollow Knight, the first game, including Hornet up in the top left. A restock is planned for that one, as well as a lot of the plushies are going to get restocked over the time. Hornet sold out, and it has been sold out since the drop of Silksong. And last but not least, or no, I have one more after this. Undertale just underwent its 10th anniversary. Don't you feel old yet? I wasn't aware that it was 10 years old until I was told by Toby Fox. And as said over at fangamer.com, they push a lot of very interesting products such as Sans and Papyrus salt and pepper shakers, a full Undertale Toriel kitchen set, including a casserole dish, Sans hoodie, 1-for-1 hoodie. Yeah, oh, the dog in it looks really adorable. And a bunch of other really cool shirts and figures. But
I wasn't that into Undertale. Like,
really? Not even like the music?
I mean, the music's good. I didn't hate the game. I watched. I not watched. I played it. I beat it. I feel like it got this insane following where everyone like was like, it's the most amazing thing ever made, and I'm like, no, it is good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it didn't hit me like it did everyone else.
It's not the 10 out of 10.
It's not even that it's that. I'm not even saying that it isn't that. I'm just saying that it didn't resonate with me like it did everyone else.
Gotcha. I like these covers for the slip sleeves for the discs themselves, and all the references on the discs too. I really appreciate when care is given to a little project like this. And finally, Hades. I still have to kind of dig through Hades 1 before I even start up on Hades 2.
I never finished it. It's been on my wish list for a while. They just brought it back to Game Pass. I'm like, well, looks like I can finally go back and finish Hades.
Yep, I'm definitely gonna hop back in. I have almost all the weapons. I'm missing one. and then I've got to escape with, I think, on time limit, I think, to get one of the challenges done. But having a bunch of Cerberus products would be also on that list of things to do, because there's a Cerberus plush, a Cerberus t-shirt that's fucking adorable, a Cerberus pin that, guess what, adorable. I think that's all the other Cerberus stuff that's existent here, I think. There is, I believe, a Cerberus Nendoroid that is not sold through here because it's not tied to this one. Bummer. But even still, some really cool shirts, some really cool pins, a Medusa talking plush, and a really nice, that if I had $28, I'd definitely get it when it became restocked, a Hades administrative desk mat that looks fan-fucking-tastic. Yeah, look at that. That looks fantastic. But yeah, head over to
They're all
Fangamer.
very nice.
Yeah, head over to fangamer.com if you want to support your favorite indie merchandise. Badoop. And heading over to Mondo News, Mondo is proud to present Over the Garden Wall figures. Now, to those who don't know Over the Garden Wall, I pause right now. Come back. I mean, we don't have very much left, but pause right now. Go and watch this. It's still on Max. Go and watch it right now. It's maybe a good 3.5 hour watch for all the episodes. Go and watch all of it, then come back.
This is when I upset Justin by saying I've never watched it.
It's so fucking good. It is so fucking good. And I had just very briefly, I not too long ago, mentioned that Elijah Wood plays as Wirt. And it stunned the person I was talking to. And I'm like, yeah, like, if they can do animated projects, so what?
I feel like I resonate with this dog a little too much.
Yeah. When you run into this dog, I don't want to spoil anything. God damn it. Go and watch the show. It is both heartwarming, but very, I don't want to say distressing because it's not true. It's very Alice in Wonderland through the looking glass style of concern. It is very odd, but still provides hope where hope can be provided. It is Cartoon Network's, like, cult classic, I will call it. Like, them pulling that out and showing it all on television and then fucking throwing it into the pits of hell pissed me off. Because they don't show this on Cartoon Network anymore. You now have to go to Max specifically to see this. But even still, Mondo has made some figures, and they look fantastic to the characters. Sadly, no interchangeable faces. I would have preferred that, but they look fine. They look good. But yeah, I also resonate with the dog a little bit too much. Badoo. Something you showed me that was super fucking cool. A Universal Monsters Dracula figure from Super 7, where they have the retro packaging. Bela Lugosi, man. I haven't seen too much of his stuff, but having only known him in Dracula, very memorable. There aren't very many Draculas I can say. Like,
so I do believe he did the stage play first, and that's what, like, and then this movie uses the stage play script. So, like, it was already like a character of his he was going for.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, I mean, he had quite the horror career.
Now, how many Dracula-like character actors can you name? Or, like, as far as?
At least 2.
Okay. And
Christopher Lee and Bela Lugosi.
You would not throw Leslie Nielsen in there?
Oh, Leslie Nielsen, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna be like, Quincy! There are a few others, because Renfield with Nicolas Cage, kind of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's that. I mean, you've got the question if do you count Nosferatu as Dracula or not, because it's a ripoff of Dracula. Like, it was like sued over it and destroyed because of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Neutral, chaotic neutral. Like, would you consider a Nosferatu style creature as a vampire?
Like, that's the thing, is the movie
was
they got sued. Oh, yeah, they got sued over it by Brahms' widow, and she won, and the movie was destroyed, but like a copy survived, and that's why today.
Oh, Nosferatu. As he's flicking on and off the lights. Then no, I would not. If he was meant to be destroyed, he's meant to be destroyed. But even still, a very nice looking figure. Sadly, usually Instagram links don't have much as far as the cost of these. How much is this? Oh, wait, reaction figure. Yay. Where? Ah! Ooh, some Godzilla ones for $60. Gremlins. Where is Spinal? This is Spinal Tap. Some ghost ones. God, that water's spicy. Uh-oh. There's a whole lot of these classic packaging. There's Godzilla -1 classic packaging and a
Here goes Justin's money.
It's only $20. White Stripes, Devo, Elmo. Where the fuck it? Okay, well, I'm just gonna Google it, or not Google it. Oh wait, Universal Monsters. Invisible Man, $20. Okay, well, I was trying to.
It would be hilarious if they sold the Invisible Man toy. It was just an empty box.
Oh, he's sold out. Ah. Well, I would assume that it went $20 with the rest of them. But it's a different one. Add to collection now. Okay, yeah. I guess he's not there for right now. I guess he's sold out. Bummer.
I mean, that's good for Super 7 because I know that they've been having a rough time. So to sell out a figure within like 9 hours is pretty great.
Yeah. Fuck. But they do a lot of Mighty Morphin Power. Like, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers also has been selling a lot since the collaboration with Fortnite. Like, I have seen a spark of people pulling out Mighty Morphin Power Rangers stuff.
Can we not give Fortnite the fucking credit for that?
I will admit, hopping into a giant Megazord felt fucking cool.
Yeah, it kind of bugs me that Fortnite will do like these IPs and like give us the things we've always wanted from a game as like a little side thing. Yet, and it like sells like gangbusters. Yet we can't convince game companies to make these games. Like, we don't get a Power Rangers game where you get to jump into the Megazord like that. We get, crappy Power Rangers games. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the only game that I can remember off the top of my head that was like that would be the Game Gear one. And the Game Gear one was not too fantastic. But if you happen to like old school figures in retro packaging, go and check out Super 7. And finally, over at LEGO to celebrate Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de la Muerte.
Muerte. I keep saying Muertos. I thought Muertos was like an acronym of it.
I don't know.
Okay.
Spanish isn't.
Even still, a Day of the Dead style.
Dia de lo Muerto. Dia de la Muerto. I failed Spanish.
I also did.
So yeah. I see it as both on here. I am seeing Dia del so I'm seeing Muerto, but then I'm also seeing Muertos.
Okay.
But it'll be November 1st to November 2nd.
Yes. And you can purchase something called Altar of the Dead, which comes in this sugar skull, very flower-covered skull that opens up into an altar that has candles and livery of those who have passed on. And I'm like, that's fucking cool. $15 gets you 231 pieces for this little tiny playset. And if you purchase the Lego Icons Lord of the Rings The Shire, you also get a Smeagol and Deagle fishing set. And I'm just like, this is before you kill your brother. I don't know if I want that as a play set.
I mean, sometimes you gotta kill your brother.
Yeah, because he wants that one ring. You're right. You're right. It's my precious. Yeah. I haven't seen the fishing line in a very long time. And oh god dang it. Hang on, let me just ban this guy real quick. This is 3 for 3,
Yeah,
baby.
we're popping off on him today.
Yeah, well, thanks for the views, guys. Anything else you got, Q?
I think that's it.
Okay. I'm gonna finish it up and go and cook me up some food and probably go lay down. But thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check down the links in the description for good old Zenny to get some glasses. I might be purchasing some very, very soon. Check out Humble Bundle, help out some charities while also getting some cool stuff. Check out that 30th anniversary Remedy Bundle. Hero Forge is not having any deals, but you can get a couple figures for less than $25. Check out Quincy's threads. Check out my Twitter. I've been posting a lot of rats recently. Sorry, not sorry.
I liked a few things on Threads.
Oh,
I don't even know
okay.
if you can. I don't even know if you can see likes.
Oh, you can see my likes. I don't give a dang. All the
I gotta figure out.
heathenism on the likes. I don't
I
care.
gotta figure out where I'm going with TikTok next because TikTok's about to go through some changes. I ain't.
Oh, are they? Oh, we'll talk about that off
Yeah.
cast. But go check out Quincy on Threads at least. Go check me out on Twitter. Well, I streamline my stuff to be a little bit more safe and not objectifying anything illegal. And that's about it. At the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, please, for the love of God, love one another. It's free to do. Night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, why is the water spicy?